This video covers how to make a cover page using Word. So you've opened up Word here and you've got your first page, which is going to be your cover page, and we're going to start to type in some of the details. So at the top here you can see I've typed in commercial experience folio, so that's the name of the report, and then underneath I've put the name of the course that it's part of. So obviously I'm designing this for someone at college, and you would just change it depending if you were making a report for your work or maybe some sort of university course or something else you were doing. So as part of this I've put my own name like I'm a student and my number, and then underneath I've put the lecturer's name, and finally I've put the submission date. It's really helpful to put a date on so when you look back at your work in years to come you know when it was you did it. And then I've just zoomed out here, the bottom right there, and now I can see the whole page. And I mean, it's okay, but you know, there's no colour, there's no pictures, I kind of feel it's a bit plain. So I've zoomed in a little bit and I'm going to increase the font size here, and I'm going to play about and try a couple of different fonts that are going to make my work stand out a bit more. So I've decided I want to go right up size wise with this title. I want it to be really eye-catching and I want it to sit centered in the page. So that's what I'm doing there, and I'm going to make it bold as well. So right now that really stands out. If somebody picks up that paper, they're going to be able to see it. I think I want the rest of my writing to be bigger as well, but not quite as big as that main title. So I've gone with an Arial font and I'm heading up maybe to about 20, maybe a wee bit more on the size. I've centered that as well here, so now all my writing is sitting one on top of another in the center. And I zoom out, I'm pretty happy with the text, but I'm not so happy with all that white space at the bottom. So I'm going to zoom in a bit more and have a look and see what picture I can add. So you can add any kind of picture that you want in here. I've got one saved already, but if you didn't have something, then you could go online and find yourself a picture. But right now I've got one saved, which I think is going to be relevant for this report. And it's going to mean when somebody looks at it straight away, they're going to realize that it's a report all about hair and related to my course. So my picture's jumped in here. If you just try and move it like I'm doing, it won't move about. So you need to format it, and you do that through wrap text and behind text. And then straight away you should be able to move that picture, so you'll be able to pick it up, you'll be able to put it further down like this, and it just means that you're able to manipulate it a lot better. If it's not the right size, then you can make it bigger, but you don't want to do this and drag it down because you're going to get this tall, thin person. So instead of doing that, always go to the corner to drag out, because you'll keep the same height and width ratio, so your picture's going to look a lot better. So I'm really pleased with that, and I'm going to zoom out and have another look how it's sitting. I think that looks really good right now. So I think I want to put up the text size just another notch. And then the next thing I need to think about is putting my logo in. So after I've made my main text bold, I need to put in, because I work for Ayrshire College, I want to put in their logo on my report. Obviously you would put in a logo of whatever company you worked for or wherever you were studying. So I've just gone to Google, done a search just in the images section like you would do, picked a logo I like the look of, and then you right click here and you're going to say copy. Sometimes you have to say save picture as, depending on the copyright. So if it doesn't work you can always try that, but this one I know will copy, and then I'll right click and paste, and that's going to come in there. Again, it's jumped because it's an image, so same thing, wrap text behind text, and then it's going to sit behind the title, and I'm going to need to click on it with my little four-way arrow and drag it all the way down to where I want it, and then I can reshape that with the corner again and sit it exactly where I want it. And that's looking great.